World Environment Day 2021. Department of Botany, Nrupatunga University presents an international webinar named Nurture the Nature. A very good morning to the Excellencies, the Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Srinivas S. Bali, the Registrar and the Head of the Department of Botany, Dr. Kavita, our respected guest speaker of today's event, Dr. Priyadarshini Chakrabarti Basu, and all our beloved students and participants. Wishing you all a very, very happy World Environment Day. Environment, the cradle where we are born. Environment is indispensable for the sustenance of life. Welcome you all to Nurture the Nature program. We have gathered here on this virtual platform to celebrate 48th World Environment Day. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore had rightly said, "By plucking her petals, you do not gather the beauty of the flower." This is the motto of our life. We cannot really relish the transcendental beauty of nature if we are directly or indirectly involved in destroying it. The theme for today's event is ecosystem restoration. Let's make a solemn promise on this auspicious day to do something worthwhile, no matter how little it is, in our very own ways to restore the ecosystem and prove it not to the world but to ourselves that yes, we can and yes, it is possible. By nurturing her, we are not only glorifying Mother Nature but also paying our sincere tribute to the environment management leader, we can say the very eminent environmentalist Padma Bhushan awardee Sundarlal Bahuguna, who had left for the abode of eternal peace on the 21st of May this year. Sundarlal Bahuguna was the leader of Chipko movement, where he fought for the preservation of trees in the Himalayas. The significance of this lies in the fact that emancipation from the bondage of soil is no freedom for the trees. The underlying purpose of this celebration is to spread awareness about the threat to the environment, thus giving our viewers a global platform for inspiring positive changes in the environment. So, let's reimagine, recreate, and restore. Let's build up an environment, an ecosystem that promotes health and joy. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Kavita, our very own Kavita Madam, the Registrar, to welcome the audience with her gentle yet motivating words. Over to you, ma'am.
That if a bee disappeared off the face of the earth, man would only have 4 years left to live. Imagine if the bees are not there. And these bees, of course, we have Dr. Priyadarshini who's going to throw more light on this. If these bees, which are the best pollinators for us, pollinators of plants, if they are disappearing, and they are actually disappearing very fast, so if there are no bees, there will be no pollinators. If there are no pollinators, no more plants. And if there are no more plants, there are no more animals. And if there are no more animals, there are no more human beings. So this is what is the tagline of the United Nations, which says nature cannot be taken for granted. And of course, yes, the theme of this year is beautiful, which says reimagine, recreate, and restore. What is restore? We are trying to restore the ecological imbalance. We are going to recalibrate that find balance in nature so that all lives will be, we will be able to sustain all lives on this planet Earth. And taking this theme forward, we in the botany department created our niche theme, should I say, which says nurture the nature. Because unless we nurture this nature, we cannot recreate or restore. And to recreate and restore, we need to reimagine the future. Why do we need to reimagine the future? Because friends, you all know that we are so arrogant as a human race that we feel that we have inherited this nature from our ancestors. But it's sadly wrong, because we have not inherited this from the ancestors. We have actually borrowed from the future. So something that we have borrowed, we need to preserve it, and we need to give it back to the generations to come. And that's where we have to reimagine what the earth and what are the ecosystems and how we need to maintain them for the future. And we are now at a stage in life where we have a very short window of probably a decade or more, where we have to tap the potential of the resilience of nature and try to recreate that nature which we have lost due to the callous activities that we did in the past. So that only when we recreate it, we will be able to restore the ecological ecosystems back to its original state. At least I hope so. So with this note, that we all now have shoulder that huge responsibility, that whatever we have borrowed from the future generations, we need to return to them. And on this note, I hope that Dr. Priyadarshini Chakrabarti Basu is going to throw more light on that impact of the entire ecological imbalance, what it is going to do to the honeybees. And as I rightly told you, if there are no honeybees, it's not about the morning breakfast with honey or the Ayurvedic drug that we are using for honey. It is that if honeybees are lost, I think there is nothing in the ecosystem that is going to remain. I hope all of you enjoyed this first webinar of ours, and thank you for your patience listening. I again extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Over to you, Arpita.
Now it's time for our long-awaited lecture by Dr. Priyadarshini Chakrabarti Basu. Dr. Priyadarshini is an exceptionally gifted lady. She had completed her UG, PG and doctoral degrees from the University of Calcutta. She is a passionate researcher and is currently a research associate in Sagili Honeybee Lab at Oregon State University in the United States of America. She is working on various aspects of bees like nutrition, physiology, toxicology, molecular ecology, functional biology, and neuroethology. Dr. Chakrabarti Basu is also the president of the US OSU Postdoctoral Association. She is currently serving as the Physiology, Biochemistry and Toxicology section representative to the Early Career Professional Committee of the Entomological Society of America and chairs the outstanding ECP Series Subcommittee on Entomology today. Dr. Chakrabarti Basu will soon start her own pollinator health lab as an assistant professor of entomology at the Mississippi State University. I would request Dr. Chakrabarti Basu to kindly start her insightful talk today.
On my cell phone, and I'm entering the code 232869. If you can, please log in and answer. And I am answering this right now. If you see my screen, you will see that I have sent an answer. And this number right here turns to 1 to the right of the screen, right on top. I will give you a minute to respond. If you are having trouble, trying to figure out how to respond to this, please tell me and I'll keep on repeating the instructions. It's very simple. If you have a smartphone, you can scan that QR code to the top left of your screen. If you have access to a laptop or a computer, you can go to slido.com and type in the code 232869. This is a very fun quiz. It's completely anonymous. And as I'm telling you,
I take immense pleasure to announce that our students, both from UG as well as PG standards, have come up with some exceptionally beautiful drawings, each one of which portrays their maverick sense of art. They have significantly proved that art is the response of man's creative soul to the call of the real. I would humbly request Dr. Priyadarshini to pick the 3 best drawings. The students who have given us these beautiful drawings are eagerly awaiting for your judgment, ma'am. We have a virtual bouquet of flowers for you, ma'am. If you kindly accept it, we'll be elated. So here come the drawings. Oh my God, such beautiful drawings. Each drawing here is a piece of message that should be instilled in our heart and soul. Unprecedented ideas are being portrayed over here. These children have really done a commendable job. Each drawing here is carrying a crisp takeaway message with it.